So the front door is right there. So when you first walk in, you see the kitchen and then you see the living room. So I really wanted to pay a lot of attention to this area, make it very fun, eclectic, and show a lot of me. So let's start with this sofa. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I have been dying for a velvet emerald sofa, and I finally have it. I purchased this, I believe, from Wayfair, and I actually got it on sale. So it was about 50% off, so I paid $600, which was absolutely amazing. This pillow right here is very special to me. I purchased it when I was in Bali. I love elephants. I also do love jewel tones and velvet and embellishment, so it's just a nice royal piece to spice up the sofa a little bit. And then these wall bowls up here, I purchased these from Expedition Sub-Sahara. I'll have the links down below, but it's an African-owned brand, and these are bowls that you can put down on your shelf, you can put it on your tables, but I just wanted to put them up as statement pieces. The colors on them really match with the sofa, as well as my pillow right there. And then the Cowhide Rug, we all know, if you've been a YouTube watcher for like ever, you see like Raven Elise and other bloggers have their Cowhide Rug. So I always say when I get my very own space, I'm going to get one. I purchased this from overstock.com and it was only $150. It's pretty nice. It looks very real. I get a lot of compliments on it, and it's actually really easy to keep clean. You just throw it in the washer and it comes out looking really nice. So over here we have this very interesting coffee table. I actually purchased this from OfferUp. I got a lot of my pieces from OfferUp. If you haven't used OfferUp already, I highly suggest and recommend it. You can get some very fun, eclectic pieces on there for very cheap. Apparently, this table is from World Market and it's fairly expensive, but I only purchased it for $200 from a guy who was in West Hollywood. And on top of my coffee table here, I have a cactus that I purchased from Trader Joe's. I have a coaster and this poem book, I forgot the name, by Pierre Alex Gianti. It's called Her, and it's a poem book, and it has a lot of different poems that are dedicated to Black women. So I like to keep this here as a read if anyone comes over, or if I'm just chilling on the sofa and I want some inspiration or something that will uplift me. And over here we have this painting. This is actually older than I am, way older than I am. This was one of my grandmother's first art pieces, I believe. I'm not sure who the artist is. I'm not sure where she purchased this from, but anytime I remember my grandmother's house, I remember orange, I remember red, and I remember this painting, so I'm really happy that I have this in my first space. It's very special. And then aside from that, I have this Earth, Wind, and Fire vinyl, and I purchased this from, where did I get this? From the Last bookstore in downtown LA. They have a nice collection of records. I really like Earth, Wind, and Fire. They remind me of my high school years because choir was a big part of my life. My choir teacher loved Earth, Wind, and Fire, and he actually introduced me to me and my choir to the band, and we had this amazing rendition of one of their songs that we did with September, and it was really nice. And right here I have this mirror, and if you watched my first apartment tour that I did for my loft in downtown LA when I first moved here, this was actually the first piece that I purchased on my own for that apartment, and this is from Target. I don't think they sell it anymore. I really liked this because it has a ladder in the back, so if I wanted to hang like blankets or anything back there, I could do that as well. But this was about $60. And on here I have 2 affirmations that are my own. This one says, I release all things that do not serve my happiness, peace, and health. And then right here, this one says, I choose happiness. And I customized these stickers and I'm going to be selling them on my Mama Green shop very soon. So over in this area, we have my television, which by the way, do not get a TCL television. It randomly just stopped working. I'm not sure what happened. I called customer service, they couldn't help me. Basically, the TV works, but you can't see a picture at all, but you can hear sound and other things. Right here I have this shelf and I purchased this on OfferUp as well. This was only $10, a really nice piece. As you can see, I'm not afraid to mix different shades of wood, which a lot of people think is awkward, but I love mixed metals, I love mixed patterns, and I also love mixed woods. I think it's very eclectic and it adds a lot of personality to the space. On top of this, I have my salt lamp. Don't remember where I purchased this from, but I'll link it down below. I have a crystal rose quartz right here, a nice chunk to invite love into my space, and I purchased this from a Black woman-owned spiritual apothecary called Queendom Cultivation, and it was very affordable. I have a Black-owned candle right here. This is Good Vibes, and this is from Lot 21. I'll have this link down below. I've been purchasing their candles for about 2 years now, and they smell very, very good, and this is my favorite scent. I have this elephant that I purchased for my last apartment. It actually broke and I super glued it together, but as I said, I do love elephants. They remind me of royalty, of love, and I love also when they have a lot of embellishments on them. And then beside here, I have another piece from Expedition Sub-Sahara, and it's a nice basket. It opens up. Right now I have a crystal inside of it, and I did have this idea of when I have someone new come into my space to write a beautiful note and put it in there to, you know, invite more love and inspiration into my space. And I plan to clear this out and read all of the notes once the year is over, but I haven't had many guests because of COVID, so hopefully I can get that started next year. And then under here I have the second and the third issue of Crown magazine. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I interned with them quite a while ago, and it's a Black-owned magazine for Black natural hair. And then the second shelf, I have all of my books, well, most of my books. I have read about 85% of the books down there, and yeah, I've always wanted a bookshelf. I'm very cautious about what books I purchase and the volumes of books I purchase, because I definitely have a dream of having this huge library and being able to say, I read all of my books. And then below here, this is like my spiritual apothecary shelf. So I have my books on tarot, I have the Spirit Almanac, I have crystals for beginners, all of my tarot and oracle cards, and then over here I have all of my holistic and herbalism health books right there. And this is actually a card that I pulled from my Earth Warriors Oracle deck, and this is just a reminder for me to stay true to myself and stay in touch with my divine feminine energy, and to stay inspired and always be reaching for my soul star. And this basket right here, I purchased this from Michael's, I believe. I have a lot of baskets, woven baskets in my place, as you will see, and right now I'm just holding some extra blankets, an extra pillow, and Onyx's Toys is actually in there as well. And right here we have this green velvet stool, and I've had this in my last apartment, so this is just extra seating, or if I want to kick my feet up, I pick that up. If you're wondering what this is an air purifier, because I live on the corner of my apartment and I have windows all around, so a lot of dust comes in, so I have to have that so I can breathe literally because it gets very dusty in here. So that was my living room. Now we're going to talk about my bar space and then head into the kitchen. So right here I have my bar stools. It took me forever to find these. I wanted something that was very cool, very modern looking, fun and funky. I knew I wanted a brown color, and I had such a difficult time finding these, but I picked these up, I believe, on Wayfair, and they were 60% off, so I got them for $80 and they came in a set. These are Onyx's favorite pieces to take a rest on, and I spend a lot of time here at the bar. I eat here, I work here, and just hang out here if I'm watching TV. And then on top of my counter I have this, you know, I'm not actually sure what this is called. Is it called a xoxo? I'm not sure, but I purchased this from this wooden goods store called Goodies that's local to LA. I keep my keys, sometimes my wallet if I'm home alone on there. And I purchased this plant today. If you have been following me, you know in my last apartment I had a plant similar to this. It was very big, but unfortunately the plant died because I did not repot it in time. So I'm very excited to have a new one. I had that one for 2 years, so I'm hoping I'll take better care of this one and I can have it forever possibly. And over here, this is just a nice little, I guess, what is it called? An accent area. I have some coasters, all of my sage, some Palo Santo, some crystals, black tourmaline in here, of course, to ward off all of the bad vibes. A lot of incense. I'm sort of an incense hoard. I light them all the time. This is another candle from Lot 21, and I believe this one is called Sunday Morning. And this painting right here, my grandmother actually purchased this. I'm not really sure. She purchased this for me and my sister in for our last apartment. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about European brands right now, so I do plan to paint over this canvas and create an art piece of my own that will pull everything together. So I don't know, maybe I'll record a crafty video on that. And of course I have a cacti over there. So going into the kitchen area, my kitchen is small but mighty. This is one of my favorite places in my apartment, especially since now that I'm home a lot, I've been experimenting and actually cooking for myself, and I found out that I can actually cook, so that's really fun. Right here you have my sink, of course, all of the essentials, dish rack and mat. These are from Ikea. I have a drawer erase board right here with a quilt, just to remind myself that God and my divine counsel, they hear me, they see me, and they are conspiring with me to conjure up the life that I desire. And I have some Polaroids of family, my mother, of myself, and Onyx. And this is just, if you're wondering, this is a brochure from Nola Skin Essentials, which is a Black-owned skincare brand. And I put this up here because they have a coupon on the back and I don't want to forget to use it. So coming on this side, pretty self-explanatory, paper towels. And we have a cluster of utensils. I purchased these from Amazon. This will be linked down below, but these are silicone. Highly suggest getting silicone over wood, stainless steel, plastic utensils, just because these do not scrape your pots and pans, people. I learned that the hard way in my last apartment. I have a essential oil diffuser over there and some eucalyptus and peppermint. I like to put that in the air when I'm just chilling and vibing or when I'm cooking. And I have some wine over here. One of these bottles is actually empty. That's how you know I don't drink a lot. But I got some rosé. Yeah, I actually don't like rosé much. I don't even know where I got that bottle, and some Pinot Grigio, which I absolutely love. And this bottle right here, this is pure decoration. My friend Chantel, what's up if you're watching? I know you are. She's an amazing journalist, and she invited me to this wine event last year, and we got to mix our own wines, and it was just a really fun memory. So I'll probably never open this ever and just keep it as a souvenir of good times and And then over here we have my gas stove. This teapot is from Amazon. Again, I'll have that linked down below. And I just recently went to Jamaica. I literally got back 2 days ago and I picked up this utensil holder, which I absolutely needed. And right here on the side of my stove, I have all of my pot tops, and these are from Caraway. So I'll have the link to my pot and pan set down below. I highly recommend it. And I believe I have a coupon I have to check. So I'm not going to go too into detail about this area, but I have my cutting boards up here, some plants, and this area, we're not going to really go into this area. I'll show you guys just some clips later how this looks, but basically this is where my kitchen is supposed to go. I have some depth right here, not my kitchen, my dining table, and I don't know what to put here just yet. I'm thinking maybe I'll get like a bistro table, or maybe I'll get a countertop height table with 2 bar stools and have some extra storage, or I may get Parisian a little bit and get 2 armoire chairs that would usually go in a living room in a home, but a lot of cafe shops have them with a little table in between. So I may do that to, you know, add some romance to my space, but I'm not sure. Right now I'm just leaving this bare until I feel the need to really switch this up. And then over here we have Onyx's station. We have her food. If you're wondering, this bowl and this food catcher is from Cat Person. Onyx got her first sponsorship and she got some food and she got this lovely bowl and she absolutely loved it. We have her food, and then this little white trash can is from Ikea, and I believe that was only like $20, but it was a really good buy. Really good buy. So moving around, we're going to talk about this area right here. Have a calendar. I've had this for a while. I actually need to update this. I have not updated it since I've been back from Jamaica. And then this is my shoe rack, and this was actually a piece that I purchased on OfferUp for about $5, and I was supposed to spray paint it and put it in my bathroom, but I lost pieces to it. So for now, this is just serving as my shoe rack. And then on top of this, this is one of my favorite plants. It's absolutely thriving. This is my money tree, and funny thing is, I found, okay, so long story, we'll talk about it, but in my bedroom, we'll talk about my desk. So on OfferUp, I went to pick up my desk. Turns out the owner is this girl who just broke up with her boyfriend, and she was literally trying to get rid of everything in the house. I bought the desk, I bought some plants, I bought a salt crystal, and I bought one of those really fancy air fryers, but this was one of my purchases. I did save this up, but I don't know what went on in that relationship, but this money tree has been thriving, okay? And then this is a very odd area. You know, I may switch this up in a couple of months or so, but I pulled my dresser in over here. This is another painting that my grandmother purchased me and my sister for our last apartment. I have my jewelry over here, face products over here. My kitchen sink, my bathroom sink is in here, which is very interesting. And this is Onyx's clean area with her litter box. And now we're in the bathroom. My bathroom is small and mighty, just like everything else in my apartment. The shower curtain was $40 and purchased this from World Market. I love the fringe and the tassels and the crochet detail and the 3D detail right there. These wooden, what are these called? Shower curtain hooks. I purchased these from Home Goods, I believe, for $8. And inside my shower, we have white towel, and we actually have a window, which I absolutely love because I hate when my bathroom gets super smoky, foggy. We're just gonna leave this a little bit open so we can get some more light. And this right here, this mirror, I purchased this from OfferUp as well for only $10. Amazing purchase. I've had this forever. This is a gift from my grandmother, and down here, this is a little nightstand is what it was advertised as, but I purchased this from OfferUp for like $5, and this is my spa area. We have a candle, a mason jar with some fairy lights in it, a salt crystal, and below we have tissue and other shower goods in there. And right here, I do not recommend getting a crocheted white or ivory bathroom mat. I'm not sure why I purchased this, but this was like $25, I believe, from World Market. It gets dirty quite often, but it's super easy to clean. You just throw it in the washer machine and it's good to go. And this wicker woven basket is from Ross, and this was only $20, and this is where I throw all of my dirty clothes in once I take them off and get in the shower. So this gorgeous dream catcher, I actually purchased this from the market in Bali, and this was only $12 US. It's handmade, and I love moons, especially crescent moons, and I also love dream catchers, and I've never seen one like that, so I was really happy when I purchased this. And then right here, this is toilet. Right here, I have some crystals, some sage, and that is another piece from Goodies, and I actually purchased that to be my utensil holder that sits on my stove, but it went better in the bathroom. And then on the side of here, I have this woven trash bin right there, and you know, I'm not sure where I purchased that from, but I've had that for quite some time, and it's really gorgeous. Okay, so we are just going to go around. Lastly, to my bedroom. If you're wondering, my closet door is right here. And the closet, it's like a nice size rectangular walk-in closet. I would show you guys, but I don't have any light in there. It's fairly dark. Now we're gonna go into my bedroom. This is my absolute favorite place of my entire apartment. I love the views, the natural light, the air that comes in. It's absolutely a dream. So over here in this corner, we're not going to get too close because this is my sacred area. This is my altar, and I actually have to dress it up. I need to get some roses. I need to put down my photos of my sisters and I, as well as some crystals. I took a lot of it with me to Bali because I like to travel with things that are sacred with me so I can feel grounded, especially when traveling solo. I will be posting a video on my experience traveling solo to Jamaica very soon. And then over here we have some canvases of some art that I did myself or created. I did art, guys. Created. I'm not an artist at all, but I do like to paint and just freeform, just to clear my mind and my heart. A nice self-care activity. And then over here I have another wicker basket. I'm the type of person, I like to have everything to have a place. So for my decorative pillows on my bed, when I undress my bed at night, I don't like to just throw my pillows on the floor, especially since I'm going to put them on my bed and I have white sheets. So I have this wicker basket here mainly for my pillows. And if you're wondering, this headboard is from Wayfair as well, and I think I purchased that for like $150, but I've had this for 2 years now and it's going really strong. Velvet, a jewel tone color, so you know I'm absolutely loving it. And these pillows right here, these are all from, oh actually this one is from overstock.com. These two are from World's Market, and my bedspread I believe is from, where is this from? Maybe Home Goods. I actually had a very difficult time figuring out what bedspread I wanted for this space. For some reason, there aren't as many companies in production for making comforters. I had a really difficult time finding pieces that I liked that were in stock. So this dream catcher up here, So gorgeous. I purchased this also in Bali at the market. This was about $12 US, and it's just absolutely stunning. You know, I'm not 100% sure if I personally believe in having dream catchers in your home to catch bad dreams, but for me, they're just very inspiring. I love the design of them, and they remind me to just keep my heart open, you know. And then right here we have my nightstand. So I'm not really sure where I purchased this nightstand from. It's fairly old. I had it in my last apartment, and my sister may have even picked it up for me. But on top of there, I have Children of the Blood and Bone. Highly recommend. That's a book that I'm currently reading right now. I'm about halfway through. If you're reading this book, please let me know. We have to discuss. I have a bamboo tree that I've had for about 2 years that's also ready to be repotted, and I'm going to be doing that today. It's looking kind of crazy because my sister's cat really got at it and bit at it, but also some of the leaves are turning brown because the roots are actually growing out of the pot. And then I have another Himalayan salt lamp. I have a elephant statue that I purchased from Bali, and a rose quartz crystal right there for love. And I also have a lapis lazuli, and I keep this next to my bed because this aids with dreams and remembering your dreams. So onto this area, we have my dream board, another dream board right here, this mirror with these shells. I purchased this from the Bali market as well, and this was about $7 US. This is a painting or a print from a black owned artist. I think it's Ugolma. I'll have it linked down below, but this is one of my favorite pieces. I purchased a few more from her, I just haven't put them up. And then this is my working desk. We have this piece that I had for a while. Good things happen to women who hustle. I have all of the hand sanitizer in the world, so if you need some, get at me. I got extras on extras on extras. And some pins, my Alexa, some more crystals. I have a selenite crystal right here. And some more affirmation stickers that I said that I would be selling. I have a lot of funds ones. So the one that I have written out on the mirror that I shared with you guys, I release all things. I have that. I also have I am a whole ass vibe, and it's a wonderful day to speak my truth. So I have a lot of nice affirmation items that I'll be sharing with you guys. So over here, this wicker basket, you know, I'm not sure where I purchased this from, but this keeps all of my workout gear in it. I have a kettlebell next to that. This lamp I purchased from Target. I have this for about 2 years as well. I'm not sure if they still sell this. Going back over to this area, I purchased this blanket from Home Goods. I originally purchased this to go on my bed, but it's actually kind of short, so I just throw it over my shoulders when I'm working. Right here, I have all of my makeup. Guys, can you believe I put all of my makeup in here? And I only use the makeup that's on top. I used to have 2 huge vanity drawers filled with makeup, but this is all my makeup. This sitting pillow I purchased from Target. Very comfortable. I sit here to meditate, but most of the time I just sit on my bed, so I don't use that a lot. This painting my grandmother purchased for me for my last apartment, and I brought it here. I'm really loving just, you know, sitting my canvases on the floor and not really hanging them up on the wall. I'm not really sure why that's my vibe lately. And I have another plant. I'm really bad because I actually don't know the names, the scientific names of any of my plants, but this one has been thriving. Literally, I purchased this from Trader Joe's. It was this high, and it had 2 buds, and it was in a really small pot, and this is how much it has grown since I purchased it about 1.5 months ago. So lastly, just coming over here, This is Onyx's little section. We have her bed, which if you have a cat, you need to get your cat this. My sister's cat and Onyx used to literally fight over this thing all night. So it's really affordable. It's only about $25 from Amazon, and I'll have that link down below. But it's a bed, it's scratching posts, and it's actually 2 beds if you have more than 1 cat, because one would sleep up here and the other would sleep down there. And then we have 1 more scratching post, and I believe I purchased that from PetSmart. I actually don't recommend that because Onyx does not really like to get in on whatever this scratching material is. She mainly just scratches on this one. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my apartment tour. I actually didn't know if I was going to do this, but I'm so happy I've shared my space with you, and I hope you get some ideas on how you can bring a lot of personality and make a small space fun. My space is extremely small. It's only about 600 square feet, and as you can see, it's a lot of life in here. It's larger than life. So I will be redecorating very soon, actually in about 6 months once I hit my year mark, and I'm actually going to transform the way I have everything laid out, and I'll definitely bring you guys on that journey. So the room that you're standing in right now will no longer be my bedroom. It's just going to be my office and my chill out space, and I'm actually going to sell my sofa, or I may bring it in here, and in my living room I'm going to make that my bedroom. So I know that sounds interesting, but hey, just because, you know, people build a home in a way and they label what rooms should be doesn't mean that's how they should be. So I'll be getting really creative, and I'm excited to share that. And yeah, thank you guys again. Peace and love. Thank you so much for always supporting me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I'll chat with you boos later.